In this week's episode, we return to Louisiana. We visit a plantation complex currently known as the Houmas House, located in Burnside, Louisiana. It's also a harvest host, and we'll be staying here for a couple nights. We pulled into Burnside, Louisiana and set up at the Houmas House. It's a harvest host stop, which means instead of a parking lot or a Walmart or camping ground, we're camping out next to a historic plantation mansion. Not bad. This harvest host offers 5 paved parking spots at the edge of the parking lot.
This historic mansion and museum are right along the Mississippi River, so once we got parked, we walked across the little pedestrian bridge to the levee. We were able to watch barges roll across as the sun was setting. It really was one of those simple but really perfect travel moments.
The next morning, we wandered over to the visitor center to get our tickets to visit the Houmas House. Our tour guide, Ruth, was awesome. She really knew her stuff and kept the tour interesting. This isn't always the case with history tours, but she made it a lot of fun. We really enjoyed our time with her.
We learned that Houmas House was often called the Sugar Palace. The property dates back to the late 1700s, and it actually went through 3 different expansions. This Greek revival mansion you see today was actually built in 1840s, and at its peak, it's set on thousands of acres of sugarcane fields. It's kind of wild to think about the scale of it back then.
So the ladies would entertain the gentlemen by playing a musical instrument. Now, most ladies were not normally allowed in the gentleman's parlor unless they were invited. So, young ladies, because they actually use this room as kind of like an entertainment / ballroom. So if you can imagine their guests dancing underneath the staircase.
That's
okay.
And the crazy part, someone still lives here. It's this huge mansion that feels like a museum, but it's actually someone's home. Imagine walking past strangers in your hallway while they're admiring your furniture. I don't think so.
Okay, so now folks, this is the room that's actually over the carriageway downstairs that attaches the trading post to the mansion. Okay. Okay, so now folks, the last room of the tour is the old trading post kitchen, or only the
After the tour, we spent some time wandering around the gardens. They cover about 38 acres and are filled with flowers, fountains, and oak trees. This to me was the most beautiful part of the entire tour. It's amazing to sit under these humongous trees, and there's a few that are over 800 years old.
Property has a variety of wildlife, including peacocks, and 2 of them are white. We've never seen that before. Check this out.
Next door is the Great River Road Museum. It dives into the history of the Mississippi River, the people who lived along it, and how the river shaped the whole region.
There was so much to see in this tiny little museum, a lot of local history. The display that amazed me the most was their collection of old pipes. We probably all had a dad or a grandfather that smoked a pipe, so this brings back memories.
I spent over an hour just looking at all of the pictures of the mansions around the area. Thankfully, they had a lot of information about them, including pictures and whether they currently are still there for you to visit, if they're residential or if they've been destroyed by fire.
That night for dinner, we wandered over to the Carriage House restaurant, which is also on the property. It's Cajun-inspired dinner, nothing too fancy, but it really hit the spot.
We were planning on going to Baton Rouge to actually see some other things, but man, we enjoyed this so much. We ended up having a great night with dinner, relaxing, and never having to leave the property.
Two nights here went by quick. Between the history of the gardens and the amazing sunsets over the Mississippi River, the Houmas House turned out to be one of the most unique harvest hosts we've stayed at so far.
Our next stop, Texas. But for now, this one's definitely a reminder of why we love staying at these kinds of places on the road.
We hope you join us next week where we roll back into Texas, visit 2 presidential libraries, the state capitol, and head out to our first national park, Big Bend National Park in West Texas.